Yes, ladies and gentlemen, real late on a Sunday night in New York City. My name is Peter Rosenberg, and we have what a lot of people are anointing as the future of this real rap in here right now. Westside Gunn is in the building.
Hey, yo.
Buffalo, New York is in the building.
Buffalo, New York is in the fucking building.
Yo, big week for Westside Gunn, for Conway, for your whole movement. Mm-hmm. You guys had the show at Webster Hall this week. Mm-hmm. Who'd you guys bring out? You brought out Raekwon?
Yeah, we brought out Raekwon. We brought out the Locks. We brought out Prodigy. We brought out Mayhem Loren. We brought out Smoke Dizza. We brought out Rock Mercy. We brought out Status Selector. Green Lantern was on the boards. You know, shout out to Bernadette, Sean P. Wife. I did my tribute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
So to make a long story short, if you're just tuning in right now and you're not familiar with Westside Gunn and what this movement is I would describe it as sort of like over the last several years, there have been other artists who have been in this genre of making real quality street music. You know what I mean? You named some of the guys right there.
Yeah.
Dizza makes great music. Mayhem Loren makes great music. There's a lot of people that have been in this genre. But you guys are not only doing it really well, but it feels as if, and tell me if you agree, a lot of the players in the music business are lining up to be like, yes, let's go with these guys.
Finally.
Doesn't it feel like that?
It feels like that.
And why is that? Why you guys? Why do you think people are lining up with Conway and Westside Gunn and trying to see this thing go?
I think because it's authentic. You know what I'm saying? We didn't go outside the box. We just do what we know. You know what I'm saying? And when you just, stand up for what you believe in, because, at a time, we from Buffalo, nobody never made it out of Buffalo. So it was like everybody wanted to, make music of the sound that was popular so they could try to get on.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? If Atlanta music is hot, let's sound like Atlanta. When Chicago drill was popping, let's sound
all
like...
of a sudden everyone sounds...
Yeah. Now the little this, little that come out. Let me dye my shit now so I can look like them and try to get popping and do drugs. I'm not even a drug addict, but I'm going to start doing drugs today because that's what's going to sell. Like.
And a lot of secondary markets fall victim to that.
Facts.
Because they don't have their own identity.
Exactly. So, it was just like, I felt I had even just dating back, like I had a point to prove because it was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? This is not New York, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just wanted to do something authentic. And I think just people just love the art. You know what I'm saying? I just love putting art in it, man. Just everything we do, I incorporate, just taking it back to, the essence. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm not old and I'm not young, but I'm like right there in the middle. So I kind of got the, I know that 90s. I know the very well, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I grew up on, so that's all I know, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a blessing because all the people I looked up to, far as legends and idolized and, made me want to go hard for this shit, I could call friends now.
I mean, well, that's always a very, very good sign.
Yeah.
And who did you grow up on the most?
Wu. I say Wu, man. You know what I'm saying? Wu to me, early Nas, of course, you know what I'm saying? Early Nas, of course, but, Wu was something special to me, man. Ever since I heard Wu, was like, yo, this shit is amazing, you know what I'm saying? And, you could definitely hear it in our style, you know what I'm saying? Just the raw, dusty loops, the just the grimy shit, the essence, man. And we talk about where we from, where we been through, where we seen. And it's just that raw feeling. Wu used to go around deep. Last night we had 30 dudes from Buffalo here, you know what I'm saying? Like in New York City, like, yo, we here, you know what I'm saying? Like, we here to stay for a while, man, because it's just getting started.
Buffalo is a very interesting place. I thought from the second I heard your music, what stood out to me was it's like you could take really grimy New York hip hop and factor in the cold, the dark, the further away from glory that Buffalo is.
The poverty.
Different kind of poverty too.
Yeah.
And that's in the music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's something about your guys' music that though it has a New York East Coast grime feel, there's something darker to it. There's a different edge. Do you think that comes directly from the Buffalo experience specifically?
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know the facts of Buffalo being the second largest, poorest city behind Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically a baby Detroit. It's it's a house and 5 knocked down, then another house. You know, then that next house might be a crack house, and then it's no more houses for the rest of the block. You know what I'm saying? Like you might drive down the street and literally see 5 houses, but when you grew up, the whole the whole street was lit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you growing up watching these things happen, and people dying around you, and people getting locked up doing 20, 30 years. You probably can never see again in your life, but that was one of your main men. So the only time you talk to him is through a letter. This shit is crazy. So I think when you hear all of that in the music, and we've been through a lot, like, I done been to the feds, and Benny done been to the state and the feds, and, my brother was locked up. He got shot, in the head, a machine gun died. Like, you just hear a lot of the pain, man. I'm just be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's, when I was talking to, the homie earlier, it's we talk about the gun talk. It's not that we glorify it at all. You know what I'm saying?
We were talking off the air. Ebro was saying how
Yeah.
he can be averse to gun talk. Sorry, just to fill them in. And you were saying it's not that you glorify it.
Yeah, it's not that we glorify it, but I mean, we if you look at the facts, like New York, you could look at it. It's not me just saying this, but Buffalo is the most dangerous city in New York State. This is a fact. And not only that, we're the second largest port. So when you have that surroundings, it's like you see a lot. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I took Revolt TV. They did a documentary on me. And shit wasn't even on for 30 seconds. And you see like how shit got real in the first 30 seconds of the documentary. You know what I'm saying? Already like, oh shit, like even the cameraman, like, oh shit, damn, where y'all got me? You know what I'm saying? So, it's just one of those cities, man. So it's not that we glorify it. Honestly, man, I'm really, we walked away from that, but it's shit, that's all we know, man. We just blessed to be here that we can walk away from that and do something big and positive. And for real, this isn't a Buffalo thing or a New York City thing. This is just pushing the culture forward, pushing the art forward, and just doing it for hip hop.
You referenced Benny, we've referenced Conway. Can you tell the people how who does what, how y'all came to be, how the whole thing's moving?
I mean, like, everybody's just good what they do. It's just like me personally, like, I want them to it's that I ain't gonna say outshine me, but I want them to shine as MCs because they dope. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, it's like I felt I had to just make the sacrifice to kind of just like get us through the door, but I was going through the door to always try to get them on. Like, that's how it started. Like, I was managing my brother. When he got shot, that's when I started rapping. Conway. So it was just like I wasn't rapping before that. I was still in the streets putting money behind my brother. I didn't want to rap at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, still to this day, people be like, yo, man, I don't want to rap. Man.
So the people, hold on. So the people who know you, the people who have known you for a long time in Buffalo, they still think it's funny, probably, that you're the artist now as well.
Yeah.
They were just used to you pushing him and doing your thing.
Yeah, man. Like Birdman and shit, man. It was just
right.
You know what I mean? It was like, even to this day, that's why still, like, when I, we do freestyles and all that, I fall back and let them shine. You know what I'm saying? And people ask why, but I'm more on the business side. You know what I'm saying? When you see a cover, that's a cover I put together. When you see the song titles, those I name those titles. You know what I'm saying? When you hear, you know what I'm saying, the production, 80% of the time I'm like, yo, this is it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm kind of like the mastermind behind the shit because I know I got the 2 best players in the league.
So, okay, exactly. So you're sort of like a player coach.
Yeah.
But in your eyes, you see yourself not as the best player on the team. You see yourself as a player.
Yeah.
With 2 better players.
Yeah.
And you're a coach.
Yeah. It's like if I do what I do at my best and they do what they do at their best, we legends.
And
you know what I mean?
And so you and Conway was doing the music first. How did Benny get into the picture?
I mean, that's my real blood. That's my real cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all started together. Like, back in the day, like, we had a group, but I wasn't, we had a whole CD. It was 20 songs. I was on like 2. Like I said, I just didn't take it serious. You know what I'm saying? But Benny was always hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was always a monster. And it's crazy. Like, when we was kids, I used to force Benny to rap. I taught him how to rap. You know what
Wow.
I'm saying? Yeah, like he was the one that, you know, when me and his brother, you know, and bro, Conway, you know what I'm saying, when we used to rap, we used to make Benny do the beatbox. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to take it back to them days. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I taught him how to rap to now it's just like he's an animal. He's one of the hungriest MCs out right now. You know what I mean? You can hear it in every freestyle he do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Benny don't write nothing. Everything you hear, he sit in a corner for about 20, 30, 40 minutes, and just that's what comes out. You hear all these freestyles and all of that, that shit never touched the paper.
We have to talk a little bit about the business side of things too, because you guys now officially with Shady.
No doubt.
Shady Aftermath, Interscope. How did this all come to be? Because it's got to be crazy for you guys growing up the way you did to now be associated with Shady. That's rarefied air right there. So how did the Shady the Paul Rosenberg thing happen?
Man, shout out to Mike, man. You know what I'm saying? It was just
Mike
like
Huron.
Yes, definitely, man. That's big, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was just like I was trying to get management with Goliath. That's how it started. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, at the time, I was just like, it was all about Griselda. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, Griselda, 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 Griselda. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, I've been masterminding things for so long. I really was just like, yo, I just wanted to keep it Griselda. I had a little distribution deal for us already, and we was doing our one, too. So I was just like, yo, I done already took it this far on my own. You know what I'm saying? I need proper management. Because even though, you know what I'm saying, it was like I was doing the business and all that, and I have my independent label, but it was like I was doing so much with that and being an artist. I'm like, I need somebody to manage this, but I need a powerhouse. If we got a powerhouse management, we're going to take it very far. You know what I'm saying? So when me and Mike was going back and forth, and I was, every time I come to New York, I sit in there for about an hour, 2 hours. I guess he was talking to Paul a little. You know what I mean? I guess even Mike was still just filling me out. It took about a year because we was just going. It was just me coming to New York all the time, and I was just making my rounds in offices. That's it. I was going to every office you could think of. Just, man, hey, how you doing? What's going on? I knew somebody at every one. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's going to crack eventually. You know what I mean? And I told bro last year, I said, yo, by top of the year, we on. Told him straight like that. Like, bro, we got to step it up. We going to mash the gas the whole 16. I guarantee 17, we going to be on. You know what I'm saying? And we just mashed the gas. And, I finally met Paul. Paul heard the music. Paul like, yo, I love it. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to do the Goliath deal. And then,
for the people and for people who don't know, Goliath is Paul Rosenberg's management company.
Correct.
So, for example, like that's where you saw Action Bronson was. He was managed by. He wasn't on Shady, but he was managed.
Correct.
All right, so continue.
Danny Brown, correct.
Danny, of course, exactly.
Yeah, so and not only that, it was just like with the whole Goliath situation. I did an album called Fly God, and I had, and mind you, I'm an independent artist from Buffalo. I had Action Bronson on it, produced by Alchemist. I had Danny Brown on it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like these is the people that's attached already to the brand. Like, wait a minute, who is this kid that got? Wait a minute, we managed Danny and Action, and he has Danny and Action on his album. Like Danny tweeting, I'm his favorite rapper. Action Bronson tweeting, I'm his inspiration. They like, wait, who is this kid? So when I Paul wanted to meet. So when we finally met, he wanted to do the deal, but then he was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to my partner. I think I got something even better for you. And I'm just like, man, come to me and let me hear what you got to say. Give me a week. I say no more. Of course, that partner was Marshall. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, man, because at the time too, like I said, we was doing our 1-2, and it was a lot of people that wanted this. Actually, like it wasn't like this was the only situation. It was like a lot of, top wigs wanted me. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt like this was the perfect fit for what I want to do because, like I said, on the business side, it's not about rapping with me. I'm thinking toys. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking movies. I'm thinking how I'm gonna get a song for one of these wrestlers coming to the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I think. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this is the perfect place. You know what I'm saying? This is what they already do. You know what I'm saying? And Marshall being the biggest hip hop artist of all time, it was only right. I'm like, yo, if I'm gonna do something with anybody for real, I need to let this work. You know what I'm saying?
So there's a lot to this story, which is really cool, I think. number one, a lot of artists have expectations. I don't know if they would have been capable of, especially coming from like the street game,
Yeah.
to moving right into being comfortable meeting with someone over the course of a year without knowing where it's going.
Yeah.
I mean, you obviously could tell you guys have a vibe and you having a good time and hanging out, but you don't know, and you were patient enough to just be like, let me just keep going back, keep sitting and talking. And then it had to be such a bonus that it not ends up only being the management situation, but the label situation, because the Shady situation is not common. I mean, not that many people have gotten that opportunity in history. So let alone for the city of Buffalo. What was the love like when you were back in Buffalo after the news came out, bro?
Man, listen, man, I was in the newspaper and I was still alive and free. So that was
no terrible headline,
I
just
mean,
good news.
Yeah, it's like the mayor's son calling me, and just everywhere I go, like you go to Tillanova's. That's our, main restaurant, you know what I mean, that's known for the buffalo wings and all of that, you know what I'm saying? And you go there like, I don't pay, you know what I'm saying? Like that's when things start changing. Like, damn, I don't got
We just want you to be here.
I got 20 people with me. You sure we don't gotta pay? Nah, you don't gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And I'm taking, mayhem in there and all of that. Like, you got this, the show and all that. So it's like, and it's just the town now. It's just love, you know what I'm saying? Like anywhere I go, it's no problems. I don't care if it's the grimiest spot to, wigs in a suit. It's gonna be like, man, we respect what you're doing for our city, man. So it's love. I go anywhere I go, to the mall, and of course now it's even crazier because now that they see that I done made it, it's like, yo, help, put me on. I'm just like, yo, you gotta relax, man. You gotta, just keep grinding hard, man. But, everybody, it's just nothing but love, man. I'm serious. Like everywhere I go, man, it's overwhelming sometimes because I can't believe it. Like, and I just dropped a shirt last month. I did a pop-up and the line was up the block. People were standing in line 4:30 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would thought Yeezy was in that building, man. You would have thought Yeezy was in that building. Well,
but speaking of Yeezy though, you guys do do very well with the merch.
Yeah.
How did you approach the merch? What makes it special? Why does it do so well?
Because of the art. That's what I'm saying. I put art first. I put art first before everything I do. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just the images, you know what I'm saying? It's like the way I think, man, you know what I'm saying? I always think like, I try to think of legendary shit. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'll be like, yo, what, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it just pop up, but I think the art, man, it's just a lot. And then it's high quality. Like, I don't look at it as merch. I look at it as a real line. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like, merch is kind of like, that's kind of like a,
Merch is like could be
that's
throwaway.
a cheesy word I say for, but
No, it is, because merch is like merch implies it's something that just comes with something else.
Yeah.
Like, well, we got to have merch.
Yeah.
As opposed to being like, no, we sell gear.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we have clothing.
Yeah, everything I ever did sold out. There's not nothing, and that's why I said I'm blessed. There's not one thing I ever did that hasn't sold out yet.
Well, you know what?
And not only that, not just selling out, but I mean like 10 minutes selling out.
Well, that makes me feel really good because, ladies and gentlemen, Westside Gunn will be on Peter Palooza July 27th. First I'm saying of this. That's
No doubt.
the first artist I'm mentioning we're going to have is Westside Gunn, July 27th. So we're going to keep that streak alive of y'all
And it's
selling
my
everything.
birthday.
And it's your actual
So you
birthday.
got to come buy a shirt. Do that for me for my birthday. That's
have
my
to.
gift. Make everything sell out, baby.
Yo, it's going to be fantastic. Let's talk about wrestling real quick, too. You came in with the NWO belt.
Yeah,
What's
man.
your favorite era in wrestling?
I mean, for real, just that 80s. You know what I mean? Like that late 80s, 90s. For a while, I'm not going to lie, it was a time where I stopped watching it for a minute.
As did I.
I'm going to be honest, it lost me. It became a soap opera. So, I loved it when, like, I used to watch it and be like, I used to be, if Undertaker come out, I was scared. You know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
like, oh, the lights out, I'm scared. Like, I remember those when, he popping up or Ultimate Warrior running down, you know what I'm saying, and shaking the rope, you know what I'm saying, or you know, Lex Luger, man, putting you in the rack. I miss those days. Like those was the days. You know, Lex Luger from Buffalo too.
Oh, Lex Luger's originally from
Yeah,
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Who
You know what
else
I'm
is
saying?
from Buffalo, by the way? Before we finish with wrestling, who else?
Brian McKnight, that don't count.
Brian McKnight counts
I guess.
just because he had one last cry. I mean,
Rick James, of course.
okay,
Um,
that's a good one.
that's really it, man. Uncle Ricky, man. That's it. I mean, like I said, Brian McKnight, Lex Luger, you know, Grunk. You know what I'm saying?
Gronk's from there too.
Gronkowski, yeah, he from Buff.
Well, I didn't realize that. So is that a pickle for Buffalo people to deal with?
We love Grunk.
Really?
We love Grunk, man. Grunk represents Buffalo, man.
So in spite of the fact that y'all hate the Patriots,
We love Grunk.
you love Gronk regardless.
We love Grunk. Grunk got the red carpet in Buffalo, baby. Grunk, what up, baby?
And what are y'all into Shady McCoy? Shady getting a lot of
Shout
love?
out Shady, too.
He gets a lot of love up there?
Shady get love, too. Yeah, Shady get love, too. That's really it, though. Sammy Watkins, you know what I'm saying?
But that's it. It's like it's
That's
local
it,
football
yeah.
players. Yo, you need to
Yeah, I
bring
mean-
out Marv Levy on stage, son.
Oh man, that'd be crazy. I got all the classic, you know what I'm saying, War 80 vintage new era original Marv Levy's, man. I got them all in the trunk. That's my thing this whole summer.
Is
all
all-
the Marv Levy joints, I got them in the trunk. I bought them all.
Now, speaking of upstate New York, how did the relationship with DJ Green Lantern come about?
Man, shout out to Green, man. You know what I'm saying? For real, Green in the building too. I forgot exactly how it happened, but I know I wanted to do a tape too. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, when I make the announcement, I want to do a tape. I want to do something special. And you know, it was just like I wanted to bring Green back out, man. You know what I'm saying? This upstate, you know, Mike was like, yo, I think you should have Green do it. I'm like, he's doing it. What you mean?
Is that
Like,
that's an option? Let's go.
that was already done, Mike. I'm ahead of the game, Mike. I'm 10 steps ahead,
Now-
man. It'd be crazy because people be like, yo, I think you should do. Like, I think you should do a song with Coogee Rap. Like, yo, you didn't just see Coogee Rap talk about us in the Rolling Stone? What
Wow,
is
that
he
just
talking
happened,
about?
huh?
Yeah. Shout out to Coogee Rap. He on his new album.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Cool
you
G
know,
Rap was just sitting in that same seat just like a few weeks ago.
Man, shout out to Coogee Rap, man. None but love for the OG. That's what I'm saying. It's the OG cosigns is crazy. Like, this is that feeling again. You know,
I know.
Green Lantern is that feeling again.
That's what's very exciting about it because, like I said, there have been other artists who've made music in the same genre, but the stars didn't line up. And for whatever reason, people let me put it this way. If you're a head who's watching this and really hasn't messed with a lot of stuff recently, and you're hearing me we're hyping up Westside Gunn and Conway, and you're like, well, if I hear hype, that means I'm not going to like it. No, it's not what you expect. You're going to be like, oh, wait, they're promoting real rap again?
Yeah, that's
People
what it is.
people are just getting excited about real rap?
Yeah, that's what it is. And see, let me just say this. This, for instance, last night it was a sold out show, Webster Hall, and it was like, you know, people was coming to see me and Bro, but they wasn't expecting to see the Locks come out. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't expecting to hear that speech from Styles. They wasn't expecting to hear Raekwon pass us the torch. They wasn't expecting to see Rock Marcy and, you know, Do My Rest, my Ross Fly Guy, my Mr. Fuji with Dizza. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, a lot of people coming along with this wrestling rap too, man. We not co-signing a lot of y'all too. Man, I mean, we talked about that already.
Wait, so
It's a lot of fun. I done seen some things I'm not liking.
what you think they're? But I mean, listen. By the way, trust me, no one appreciates more how bandwagon this has gotten than me. I've watched this whole thing happen over the last 7-8 years.
Yeah.
But so in terms of how many wrestling related rap records do you have?
Let me see. I got Hall and Nash 1 and 2, SummerSlam '88, China, Bob Backlund, Mr. Fuji, Ross
Dudley
Fly
Boys.
God, Dudley Boys. Damn, man. I know it's more than that. You know what I'm saying? But
And are both you and Conway wrestling heads?
yeah. I mean, he's not like me though.
He
You know what I'm
doesn't go
saying?
to-
Like I was just at SmackDown
I
last
saw
week,
you
front row. You know what I'm saying?
How
Like,
was that? Did you have fun?
Yeah. It was fun. You know
It's
what
a
I'm
lot.
saying?
The live show is still incredible.
Yeah. The live show. You know, they always gotta size it up for the pay-per-views when you go to a Monday or a Tuesday.
Right,
but,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It was still fun. Like I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I took Derringer, you know what I'm saying, my producer, and I got to take my son. So, you know what I'm saying? It was fun, man. I done already bought my tickets. They having a Super Raw in November at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. I already got those already, man.
Really?
You
So
know what
wait.
I'm saying?
So you spent time in Atlanta as well?
Yeah, I live in, like, I got a house in Atlanta.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so.
How long you had that?
Man, I've been going back and forth since my hustling days. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So early on, Atlanta was the
like
spot.
I was there. Yeah, because that's the thing about me. I always was a hustler, and I'm using like my street tactics kind of like into this music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the hustler in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always wanted more. You know what I'm saying? And I knew if I stopped doing that and put my all into this would happen. I knew this was gonna happen. Once I stopped being in the streets and put my all into this, I knew this was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So, it was just only a matter of time. But you know,
All right, where can people get the music? What's like the easiest project? What do you tell people to go out and get right now if they want to get familiar?
well, I had everything on all the streaming, but I took it off for reasons. You know what I'm saying?
So right now, what's up? Is nothing up there right now?
It's things. Just Google. It's things.
Google's the way to
different
go.
places. Google Westside Gunn. You know what I'm saying? Everything will pop up, man. You know what I'm saying? Pages and pages and pages. People got just different links from all over. You know what I'm saying? I really just don't, say where it's at, but it's out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Westside Gunn. Oh wait, hold on one second. Yeah, come on in. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Before it's too late, come say hello real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
He steps in. Trinae, is there another microphone sitting over there, Trinae, that you see or no? Hold on, we're going to get this right. There we go. Hold on. Yeah, Conway.
Yo, what's going on, y'all?
Yo, bro, congratulations on the show.
Thank you, man.
You smell good.
Really? What's it?
Yeah.
Something fresh in the
you know
air?
how I do it.
Oh,
You know how I do it, man. It was, I had to celebrate.
Wow, you
for
know
last
what?
night.
Gunn, now that you mention it, I can actually smell that tremendous smell over here. Yo, but tell us real quick what we'll do a proper sit down with you sometime soon.
Okay.
But real quick, just tell us what the feeling was like as you guys sort of got coronated in New York City at Webster Hall.
Man, the shit was amazing, man. I'm still at a loss for words. Like, I'm speechless. I went back to the telly last night. I didn't even want to do nothing. I had to just go soak all that shit. I mean, I could cuss.
Yeah, you're good. You already have. We're already here.
Yeah. I had to go soak all that up, man, and just bask in that moment. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
At what point? Because we talked. Gunn and I talked a lot about the come up and his role with you and always being supporting your music and pushing you forward.
Mm-hmm.
When did it become realistic for you that this might really go?
Honestly, it was before I got shot. It was like maybe when I came home.
When did you get shot?
I got shot in 2012.
2012.
I came home from jail like 2005, but that's when I knew like we was on the brinks of something. You know what I mean? Something special. But when I got shot, it kind of like put a damper on stuff. But
you were already working on the music when you got shot.
Right? Yeah. He was holding me down on the back end. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you got out of
and all that, the
you got out in
business
2005, and tried to distance yourself from street shit and get involved in music.
I can't
Or you were
say
doing both?
I was still dabbling, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know
And
what I mean?
was the shooting directly related to your foot in?
Honestly, yeah.
I just figured it was. So at that point, after the shooting, you got more focused and
Absolutely, because you know what I mean. I just felt like I still had my confidence. It got shook up a little bit, but I still felt like I could still do what I came to do. You know what I mean? And then he was taking off on fire with the Hitler Wear Hermes series. So it was like, you know what I mean? My job was easy pretty much.
By the way, it's rare to crack a laugh out of me with a sentence with Hitler in it, but Hitler Wear Hermes definitely does that, legitimately. Now, hold on. Now, Gunn and I have the wrestling connect, but correct me if I'm wrong, you the one who's into Rob Zombie flicks?
Yeah, I love them joints. I mean,
Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, that series.
Why?
Man?
So you House of a Thousand Corpses. and Devil's Rejects.
Absolutely.
Why? What was it about? Because I think those are two of the most brilliant films ever.
Absolutely. That's why. That's why.
Like, it's just fucking.
That was just them movies right there. Them
Next
two of my
level.
favorite movies.
Classics.
Next level.
Yo, you know
everything, the storyline, the direction, and everything. Like, it was crazy.
Gunn, it was funny too, because when you were talking about how what you liked about wrestling was like Undertaker and like I thought about him naming the project after Devil's Rejects because to me, Devil's Rejects the same thing. Like he uses these devices where he fucks with you so much as a viewer. Rob Zombie knows the parts that as a viewer make you feel comfortable and strips them away from you. Because in horror movies, you know what I'm saying?
Fast.
Like he'll be like
Take it next level.
Like you'll be like, oh well, as long as this happens, the person's okay. No, kill that person. They're dead.
You think they're not gonna die next thing you know.
So they're dead too.
Yeah.
You know what the most fucked up thing is? I don't remember if it was, I think it was Devil's Rejects, but I kind of confused them.
Yeah.
The part when the old man, when the guy gets shot, and as the guy gets shot, as he's dying, Zombie cuts in a scene where you see as he's taking his last breaths, like a celebration of like the best moments of his life. And it's like his like daughter at his birthday. It's like all this shit. And it's like, damn, this is just to torture us. Now listen, Conway, officially, I think I've only spoken to Westside Gunn, but is it safe to say that at my birthday on July 27th, which is actually Westside Gunn's actual birthday, is it safe to say that you'll be in the building?
Yeah, it's pretty much safe to say.
It's pretty safe to say.
It's safe to say.
Because we really, if Buffalo's going to be there, you know what I'm saying? You can't half-ass it with Buffalo.
Nah.
Now, at the same time, we can have to talk about the list, because I know you could end up bringing in all of Buffalo.
I mean, just can I at least
try
get
one
30?
pack,
I just get my little plus 30.
Can I get Westside and
Wolves
Conway
try
plus
one pack,
30?
baby.
You know, I think it seems fairly doable.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
I might rent a charter. It's my birthday too.
Hey, that's right,
We
it
might
is your
gotta have a charter bus, man. Rent it for the. Listen, man, I'm gonna drop it off on the corner. Y'all just load up, man. We celebrating with Rosenberg.
Yo,
Facts.
guys,
Facts.
Conway, like I said, we'll get into it again soon, but congratulations on this.
Rosenberg, baby.
This-
I'm happy to be here.
Man, this story though is awesome. You know, someone like me who's been on the air this weekend, I've been here 10 years.
Wow.
So it's been a
Congrats.
constant, thank you. It's been a constant search to find, you know, the ones who not only are great,
Right.
but have a chance to make it. Because
question.
that's what people don't realize is the combination. It's like, number one, you know, that's why I always bring up, like, when people try to bust my balls about how much I support Kendrick, I said, well, shit. If you find someone who's incredible and you decide to be like, you know what, I'm putting all my support behind this person, you better make sure the motherfucker's good. You know what I'm saying? And it's exciting. I can tell by the different people lining up next to you guys that a lot of people believe
No question.
in what you guys have.
It's amazing, man. It's an amazing feeling.
So
man.
listen, so no pressure, but you know, New York hip hop sucked for a long time. So go ahead and save it for us. Hey, Conway, Westside Gunn.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure. Check out the music. Thank you guys for coming by.
Thank
no
you,
question,
man. Pleasure.
y'all. Salute New York City. One
Buffalo,
love.
stand up.